Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back everyone, and I hope you had a very quick, refreshing break and enjoy the coffee just now. We are ready to resume our session. We are now moving on to our next discussion panel. Again, utilizing digital solutions, digital tools to address the needs of the advantaged groups. The second part one. To guide us through this particular session, for the second time, we are pleased again to have Ms. Barbora Novotna, Svojse, Partnership Officer, WAPES Executive Secretariat, to be on stage. Ms. Barbora, the stage is yours.
Thank you very much. Thank you for that I can be there again, and welcome you to the second part of the session. And without further ado, and me talking too much, I will have the pleasure to welcoming with us Mrs. Minako Takasaki, the Deputy Director of the Employment Security Bureau from the Ministry of Health and Labor Force in Japan. Please, Ms. Minako, the stage is yours. And together with you, we will have a special honor to have Mr. Yong-San Lee, Research Fellow from KEIS, the Korean PES, holding the Vice Presidency of the WAPES organization. Please, Mr. Lee, the floor is yours. Please take a seat, and I will immediately ask Mrs. Minako to start with her presentation, if you don't mind. Thank you. Is it? It's working.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me today. I am Minako Takasaki, Deputy Director of Employment Policy Division, Employment Security Bureau of Ministry of Health, Labor and Welfare. In my presentation, I would like to introduce hybrid job consulting services at public employment offices run by Japanese government. Through nationwide network system, what is called Hello Work system, all PES offices are connected and are able to provide various services such as job consultation, job placement, employment benefits, vocational trainings, and labor market statistics in the same conditions. And recently, we more focus on accessing to job opening information online and implementing online job consultation. However, certain proportion of job seekers are not still familiar with digital system, or they consider traditional face-to-face way more effective and efficient. Because of that, we need to provide both ways. Online and face-to-face services job seekers can select depending on respective situations or preferences. So today, I would like to highlight one good practice of this hybrid consulting services by local public employment service office targeting for job-seeking parents. Firstly, let me briefly introduce the structure of MHLW, Ministry of Health, Labor and Welfare. MHLW is covering a range of responsibilities from employment and labor standards to healthcare and social security, etc. Total number of officials are over 30,000, and under this structure, there are 47 local labor bureaus in each prefecture. I am working here, MHLW headquarters. Headquarters of MHLW and Hello Work is a nickname of Public Employment Service Office. Hello Work provides various services such as job matching, employment insurance, and employment support program, such as vocational trainings and subsidies for businesses, such as employing older job seekers or persons with disabilities, disadvantaged group. Okay, let me focus on the role of Hello Work. Hello Work has a nationwide comprehensive employment service network. After headquarters of the MHLW decide basic policies and plans to job placement, employment insurance, and employment measures, subsidies for businesses, and vocational trainings. Actual implementation and the main role of Hello Work. This is Japanese characteristic way to implement active employment programs. These three core policies, job placement, employment insurance, employment measure and regulation, these are worked comprehensively and implemented by nationwide Hello Work simultaneously. This slide is the image of Hello Work service for job seekers, specifically providing job consultation placement to job seekers. Paying employment insurance benefits and giving vocational trainings opportunities are managed in one network system called Hello Work system. Let me move on to the next slide. As other features of Japanese Hello Work network system, general Hello Work have some specialized annex offices. Offices targeting on job-seeking parents is called Mother's Hello Work. And as other specialized Hello Works, Hello Work for new graduates and youth and for senior job seekers, etc. So from now, I would like to introduce one good practice on hybrid consultation services. This is for Mother's Corner in local small island, Okinawa. The slide is to briefly introduce Okinawa before mentioning about Mother's Hello Work in Okinawa. I was head of Employment Security Department, Okinawa, Regional Labor Bureau until just 2 weeks ago. I worked there until 2 weeks ago. Okinawa is a warm and small island, southernmost region of Japan. Average temperature in year is over 23 degrees, hotter than any other area in Japan, and very similar weather here in Malaysia. And the distance between Okinawa and the Philippines is closer than its Okinawa and Tokyo. Population is 1.46 million, and there are 47 remote islands with residents. It has 5 peso and 2 Mother's Corners. In this slide, let me mention why the role of Mother's Hello Work in Okinawa is focused on now. As characteristic of this region, Okinawa, especially female job seekers having kids need to work for making their own living. They are more likely to be breadwinners than women in other areas in Japan. Please see the above part in this page. This is the current situation in Okinawa based on statistics. Firstly, Okinawa has the most single mother household in Japan. 2.21% is the highest of all regions in Japan. Secondly, divorce rate in Okinawa is 2.20%, which is also highest in Japan. Finally, in this background, more women in child-rearing generation are more actively working in labor market. Therefore, female labor force participation rates in child-rearing generations aged 25 to 44 is over 80%. In the situation, the needs of Mother's Corner in Okinawa is more focused, and to Mother's Corner, this area work very hard. Fiscal year 2023, successful job placement rate at Mother's Corners in Okinawa is recorded 99.5%, 2.3% higher than nation average. That means employment support at Okinawa Mother's Corners by using hybrid job consulting system services works more effectively. So actually, let me introduce online services at Mother's Corner, Okinawa. Most of users, 90%, most of users are job-seeking mothers. Some of them have hurdles to visit the offices. Responding to this background, this corner more focuses on providing services by using digital tools, such as SNS, LINE, X, YouTube, and web conference system Zoom, along with Hello Work system platforms, as I said earlier. As SNS tools are mainly utilized by information sharing purposes, such as family-friendly job opening, seminars, vocational trainings, and various child support services by local communities. And also LINE links to Hello Work system. Users can search for job openings and apply it voluntarily. Furthermore, SNS platform is useful in urgent situations. For example, when typhoon hit, earthquakes happen, we can immediately inform registered job seekers of accurate information such as office clothes. Indeed, users can select online consultation at home besides their children through web conference system, Zoom. In hybrid consultation services, while I firstly mentioned online services, face-to-face services are also characteristics at this Hello Work in Okinawa. Users can select online or face-to-face consultation depending on their schedule or preferences. We welcome visitors with their children. Well-learned and matured consultants are familiar with family-friendly jobs. They can efficiently search for job openings suitable for respective mothers and/or fathers' condition, such as a flexible working day or time, working from home and salary, etc. We prepare child-friendly facilities such as play space for children, with toys and closed space for breastfeeding, and toilet for children. Furthermore, users are able to receive job consultation in wider desk space with their children. Users can bring their strollers beside the desks. Additionally, we prepare a range of workshops. Many users are concerned about the contents of their resume and how to answer questions in job interviews because of career blank. In workshop, we give some advice to create impressive resume reviewing each career history and give opportunities to practice interview. And another important role is Mothers Hello Work in Okinawa is information hub on child care. Users can get a variety of child care related information such as nursery schools, child care benefit by municipalities, and child care support services by private or public organizations. Once job-seeking parents access us and sign up, we Mother's Corner Okinawa, as one of government-run local PESO, can provide multiple options based on hybrid services, online services, face-to-face services, or both of them. I believe this kind of services targeting for job-seeking parents result in higher job placement rate, 99.5%. So this concludes my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Mrs. Minako. That was a very interesting showcase of how specific needs of a group which might not always come across as a disadvantage, the mothers with children, can be applied to the workplace and to the services of the public employment service. Actually, for me, if I may allow myself a personal note, being from the European Public Employment Service originally, it's a very interesting shift in thinking, thanks to the digital technologies, but also thanks to enabling the mothers to bring actually the children to the workplace, because normally we were thinking more in the creating the childcare facilities, so have the mothers somewhere, provide them the space where to give away the children. But this is the way how to include also the children to the workplace. So it's the other way around, and the success rate is impressive. I mean, 95%. This is really, I think that I'm not sure which measure can have such a success rate normally. So this is a very successful example for me, and thank you for sharing. And now I will pass the floor to Dr. Lee to continue with the presentation of the digital services and how they can be adapted to the disadvantaged group further.
Thank you. Okay, it is my great honor to discuss about the digitalization of PS and how we can help the most disadvantaged group with these new technologies. Before I would go further in detail about digitalization of PAS of Korea, I would like to introduce the structure of PAS in Korea. In in Korea, we have about 53 million populations and around 30 million workforces. So, and then 2.9% of unemployment rate. There are about 876,000 unemployed people. To serve those unemployed people, including the workforce in Korea, we have set it up the 131 employment welfare plus center with 5,200 staff in a local, directly under the Ministry of Employment and Labor. So the Welfare Employment and Welfare Plus Center, you can imagine from the title, something put together as one big basket. It's very unique structure in terms of job center in all around the world. We put all of the job-related services as one-stop services because especially long-term unemployed or the people far, far away from labor market mostly have like multiple barriers to get into the labor market. So not only the just job placement, but you need all around the different services to solve these multiple complex issues of each of the job seekers. Okay, so we have directly under the employment service, we have a job matching team, unemployment benefit team, unemployment assistant, employment services, and vocational training, and employers support team. So basically, this format is job centers all around may have this such system, and we have put on the top of these basic functions of job center, welfare, so-called municipal social welfare services delegate the officers to our job center and working at the same floor together. On the top of that, we have some plus functioning, such as MPO job center, such as Aged My Job Center, Woman New Job Center. Also, most of the case who is struggling with unemployment issues, they usually combine with the financial issues. So we set it up the microcredit coming to the job center and working together. And then also we put municipal job centers so that we are working employment plus welfare plus some of other functions. Even some job centers inviting the health-related MPOs. So there's so many variety of combinations of this plus thing, depends on the local environment. And Korean job center look like this, okay? Typical job center. One of the Nambu job center in Seoul facilities, floor arrangement is like this. It's a 9-story building. They have a welcome sectors, benefit, and career counseling. Also, we have like national unemployment assistance program who have no unemployment insurance program. It's directly covered by national tax money. And those people who were far, far away from the labor market so that they are claiming the unemployment assistance, mostly required in-depth counseling programs so that they have like a secured counseling room. Also, we have for young people, this is the job cafe, so youth can more easily, because NZ generation, so-called, they are kind of a little have difficulties to meeting our officers face to face, so that we have like lower the threshold to using the job center. We make such a more youth-oriented area, so-called job cafe. And then KEIS is the kind of supporting organization, research and development, as well as IT-wise. Whole system is supported by our organization. The vision of our KEIS is leading organization of digital-based employment information for linking workers and jobs. The important thing is the yellow mark, digital. Digital was not there a couple of years ago. So traditionally, we are the organization ourselves named as linking workers and jobs in informational way. But recently, we realized digitalization is quite important, so we put it on our new vision to digitally based employment information services. So why we put digitals? Because we have a major information system of the Ministry of Employment Labor are located in KEIS and developed and managed, daily operated. First of all, we have a job matching career development platform so-called WorkNet. And on the top of that, we have also an employment insurance system, EI, and vocational training system, HLDNet, and migrant worker support system, or EPS. With the COVID-19, digitalization is way more important for our services. So that we developed this new function in our organization, so-called Big Data Center in year 2021 with 17 staff, with 7 PhD in an area of information technology or economists and computer scientists. And their job is making big data and AI, machine learning, data analytics. Mostly new skill, new innovation in the digital is conducted in this center. What's WorkNet? WorkNet looks like this, connecting the job seeker, basically employers, through online and mobile, and major functions on the top of here: job opening, occupation and career, employment program, and vocational training, and job seekers. So these informations are provided through online as well as mobile. And the milestone of our WorkNet development history, year 1987, we had text-based first original job placement database. In 1995, in the advance of internet era, we made a web-based WorkNet year 2010. With the advent of mobile phone, we made a mobile application services, one of the first paths in the world. And year 2013, we realized those major systems that we have from the Ministry of Employment Labor need to be connected somehow so that we review our job seekers' data, review with the unemployment insurance data, also vocational training data, and then many other data on the welfare sectors. So we want to put all this data as integrated, and then in a step, a career counselor at the job center can look it over, the whole data set of this person, and then deliver more easily the career counseling advices. So we put together, made a system called Master Database Management System, year 2013. In the year 2019, AI-based chatbot services was introduced. Year 2020, we made an AI matching, job matching services. Year 2021, we developed the AI-based job care service, which is kind of career counseling services to not only the job seekers, but also the career counselor at the staff center so that they get some sort of AI recommended information delivered to the job seekers. In the year 2024, we made a employment 24 system. 24 means 24 hours running, which is, it's like, you remember year 2013, we developed a master database. This is a kind of just one server system. I'll explain a little bit more. So WorkNet Mobile is one of the very lovely application by Korean people. 11.4 million apps were downloaded, and daily 1 million people visit the app online and searching for the job. And we have, last year, there were 2.9 million job openings were registered, and 4.7 million job seekers were registered and searching for the job. As a result, successful job placement happened, 1.6 million. So it's a huge and very important economic measure in Korea, solving unemployment issues. And there are 24 partners are using this system. So there are many different organizations participating in employment services, but as they are using one platform called WorkNet. So we were different, sector, different purpose, learning by different organizations, but we are working together with one platform. So that is very important. And this is WorkNet Mobile, and I really liked, especially jobs near you. First picture, you can see that red dot, that's you, and green dot, jobs around you. So directly you can see, there are so many jobs around me, and then if you click the green button around them, it shows job openings data, and then you can right away apply with your finger. So AI matching services was introduced year 2020. So we are basically use the text-based keyword searching as well as classification of occupational title. But some people doesn't know much about jobs, having difficulties. So we make AI matching system using a lot of data in terms of dictionary of occupational title, qualifications, and then also job opening data, and then job descriptions in there, and put all these, make a huge ontology, and automatically recommend the job openings if someone who doesn't know about the right keyword, who doesn't know about the classification, to searching for their job. Because there are huge data set, currently like 290,000 jobs on the shelves, and you have to find one right one for you, and it's not an easy task for some people, right? And it's working well. And then year 2021, we introduced a kind of primitive version of ChatGPT-like services. So we make a machine learning for all the data of job counseling related material and all the data of job openings and things put into, make machine learning. And then this AI gives, if someone registered and coming to the job center and gives the information that the person need to make a career decision. Okay, but it was early version, kind of funny, and we let our career counselor use to those things, pilot system before we actually marketize. Then our career counselor said, it's too early. It's good recommendation, but it may not, quite right way. It's not quite correct way to the recommendations. So that actually career counselor in between sitting there and kind of interpret some of the information of that this AI job care system delivered, and then kind of human interpret that and then explain to the job seekers. But anyway, we did it. But as you all know, ChatGPT is here, and already many Koreans are using ChatGPT to write a resume or prepare interview. So it's out there, Okay, these new skills kind of really break through, especially those one with the MG generation who doesn't kind of quite want to have face-to-face interview or face-to-face career counseling at the job center called, government offices. They rather than like a NEET, sit in their home using mobile phone is more apt for them to access. So, every case in the university, mostly searching for the job, are now heavily using ChatGPT. So that we are teaching our career counselor to learn how to use ChatGPT and how to give advice using ChatGPT. It is like that, okay? And let's say like a couple years ago, many employers in Korea, especially big corporations, introduced that so-called services like a AI-based interview machine. Okay, so the HR department doesn't no longer interview the candidates. They do use AI machine and then AI machines interview the candidates. So that job center introduced AI machine interview practice machine so that the kids can practice those interview machines. So it's like that. So we need to teach the ChatGPT how to properly develop the prompt to use properly these ChatGPT. That's our role, okay? So, but it's great chances for all the job centers, especially understepping country, right? This is a real opportunity for all of us. But some country, it may be disaster, especially if they have a huge step in the job center. But if you have an understepping, then ChatGPT could be, we deliver our services through these new technologies. Okay, these are the pictures that I analyzed, the ChatGPT as well as human career counselors. Interesting is we have like in the WorkNet, there's like online career counseling corners. So kids doesn't want to come to a job center, put their career questions through this corner. So there were like thousands of questions coming in, career-related questions from young people mostly. I want to have working in the nursery sector. What do you think? How do I prepare? Like that, for example. So we have thousands of questions, and we have trained, experienced career counselors working at home and answering these questions. We have about 20 career counselors daily answering these questions. So we stuck thousands of questions. So I asked exactly same question to ChatGPT and compare. That is the result that I developed. Sorry, it's Korean, but you can see that a little bit different. I hope you want to guess which side is ChatGPT. Okay, one gives some of the keywords, text that occupation is the biggest word, career, finding jobs, counseling, information, WorkNet, and interest. The other part, answer like finding job first, skill, occupation, counseling, method, qualification, major, prepare, goal. These are the keywords by ChatGPT. So you can see human and ChatGPT is critically different. My study result was like humans are using more emotional words. I understand you. I want to hear to support your dream, okay? But instead, ChatGPT use more like solutions. This is the way you have to try, okay? You have to prepare these kind of things, okay? So I could find a little bit difference, but what ChatGPT is, these AI generatives is it's developing so quickly, so I even expect in a couple of years later, AI could be more emotional approaches. Okay, more synthesis will be there. Anyway, we developed Employment 24, putting all these different database as a huge database, one-stop service. Before, you have to download 4 different applications, but today, with the Employment 24, you don't need to download 4 of them, just one is enough. And then, we put all other administrative service into Employment 24 to make, all the services, all the, administration, learning at the job center is on no mobile. That's the Employment 24, mobile first strategies. I talked to you about, still we have some people left over from major stream. These are the area that the partners with the Korean employment agencies for persons with disability, age, my job centers, women youth job centers. So we have kind of developed a specific target group oriented job centers. One of them is this.
Towards an inclusive society where all people feel valued, are respected, and have the same work opportunities. Korea Employment Agency for Persons with Disabilities. KEIS opened a new era in 1990 as the first and only agency in Korea that specializes in the employment of disabilities. By operating headquarters, Employment Development Institute, branch offices, and vocational training centers across the nation. We are expanding possibilities of working together. We provide customized employment programs and conduct various vocational competency trainings with tailored programs to foster skilled workforces. Assistive technology devices and personal assistance services based on disability types are offered for successful work adaptation. KEIS provides necessary incentives for companies to make a favorable working environment. We support employers with various benefits to increase job opportunities and decent jobs for persons with disabilities, to improve working conditions and encourage the establishment of standard workplaces. Financial benefits are provided to employers who set an exemplary model for disability employment. We also try to enhance accessibility through barrier-free certification. All employers are required to take disability awareness education in the workplace by law to reduce prejudice and discrimination against workers with disabilities. In today's fast-paced world, KEIS will do our utmost with field-based R&D, ranging from policy research to provision of statistics. By pursuing expertise in this area, we will constantly seek better solutions for today and tomorrow. For more safe working conditions and opportunities, and an inclusive society for all. Start today with Korea Employment Agency for Persons with Disabilities.
So Koreans mindset, we need a very specific and professional, integrated service for person with disability. So we create these agencies who are very specialized for the person with disabilities. In 1990, and currently about 1,300 steps are working for the employment of these disabled. And then they are using work together system. So it's just separate, but it's also using same server with WorkNet. So they put basically all the data, but they have like a different set of data. What are the types of disabilities? What are the workability of this, disability person with the disabilities? So those are the information is more needed to helping the job placement of the person with disabilities. So they have worked together network, but using the same data set. On the top of that, they have a specialized data set too. So they do have a common ground using the WorkNet, but also they have a disabled only or disabled employment support program job openings. Okay, and especially for aged people, we need an assistant to using this to increase the WorkNet literacy. So we are teaching people how to use mobile application on the WorkNet, but actually they have like these special courses, learn about how to use mobile WorkNet and using mobile text system, using Zoom, application. But there are hundreds of WorkNet make it easy, so on the YouTube. So many, cases, we also have our official YouTube program, how to use WorkNet mobile. But at the top of that, because 1 million people are using, there are so many influencers, make hundreds of different YouTube movie clip to how to use the WorkNet. So that it expands solving the issues of mobile literacy is not only by us directly, but also it's kind of about society itself is working together, expand our usability. But still, when I discussed with the further assistance for these persons with disabilities, in terms of application-wise with the new technologies, they certainly knew this is a way we should go, but actually still we need to develop more to further inclusive services for the people with the disadvantage in the labor market. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Lee. This was again a fascinating example of extension of the services and accommodating them to the fast development of the modern times. And without further thinking about how to get to use your training machine for the using AI chatbots, for example, because I always lose the patience. I think that I would use it as a sort of training machine to increase my patient capacity. Like I have a question and he's there like, I don't have the answer, but maybe you have one more question. And they're like, no, I actually needed to know. No, okay, well, thanks. So I will maybe not extend on these discussions with the AI, and I will take the note how perfectly you are accommodating the new technologies into your services, and give the floor to the audience. Please get the mic and...
Hi, a very good morning. I'm Zinat from Shah Alam, Selangor. Okay, I have two questions on the mobile WorkNet, which just now we are hearing from the Korea. Okay, my first question is, what is the best practice for the managing mobile WorkNet apps effectively? And the second question is, what is the measure in place to prevent scam or security issue when using the mobile WorkNet? Thank you.
Thank you for questions. Let me answer firstly. So this is a very advantage so of mobile network using. So in the case of Japan, so Hello Work system is a large scale system, so covering from job placement, so signing up job seekers, and so job opening, and also so we can share training, vocational training histories, and also so businesses information. So we covered so all a range of information. So and also so in Japanese, so Japanese people, so we are frequently use SNS, so mobile application. So integrating, so accessing, so this Hello Work system, big database, and so frequently use so SNS tool are very so big so advantages in our public employment service in Japan. So second question, so let me ask once again. Second question.
The second question is what the measures are in place to prevent scam or security issue when
Yes.
using the mobile apps.
Yes, thank you very much. So this is so information scam, is information fraud, a very big issue. So especially our public employment services. So recently, so we are more focusing on preventing so information leaking. So especially in public employment service offices. So there are a lot of personal information. So headquarters of Ministry of Health, Labor and Welfare so make strict guideline to prevent leaking personal information nowadays. So leaking scam, leaking so information is the most important. It's a most important issue nowadays.
Thank you very much. And maybe Dr. Lee to add to the data security and...
Yes. First question, what's the best practice for mobile? Mobile is very good platform for actively engaging with job seekers. Okay, you can have push services. So actually, you need to have like leading time before mobile to turn on the computer and log in WorkNet. So you need access to your PC, personal computer, and get into the internet. So it takes like leading time. For some of the job seekers, get really lazy, is hard obstacles to run over. But with mobile, you can even access to the WorkNet while you are sitting. Okay, so in the bathroom, you can use it. You can use it anywhere, much without computer, because you are carrying the mobile phone. And also the WorkNet system itself giving you a link, right? If the job's opening at this moment, right, this month for you, and it rings you right away. So the moment job registered is the moment that you know there's a job opening, speak to you. So it gives more actively engaging to compare with other channels. Second, scam is very important. Also, individual information security is also very critical. So we have a special team as well as job center. Keep looking, keep monitor all the data. Before they put it on the web, they monitor first. Okay, so if this is scam related one or data is not, sincere or correct enough, they call and check the data. After that, they only certify the information goes up. So that's the one way we do it. And the other, in the security, cyber security is also extremely critical. So, but it also if you increase the level of security, also increase the level of difficulty to access, inconvenient. So we are kind of introduce fingerprint-based access. You know that mobile phone, if you press the fingernail, you logged in. So we can protect those tools to deliver the cyber securities. Also, we made we set up new buildings now. We just constructed. We finished the founding. We call National Digital Employment Information Center. We built it because cybersecurity is one of the important issues. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Do we have some other question from the audience? Please, Awa.
Well, thank you very much for the comprehensive information and observable overview of the topic. I have a question directed to Mr. Lee on the mobile worknet again. And how do you encourage the employers to publish the active job openings on the mobile worknet? And have you faced any difficulties in keeping this mobile tool active? Thank you.
Yeah, today I would say that this mobile technology or online website is not difficult at all. Even some of the African countries that I deliver consultation, such as Namibia, Kenya, Rwanda, is already developed those solutions. So solution is not difficult. But as you mentioned, marketing, employers, whether put their data on our system is very critical, okay? So technology is not a difficulties. Difficulties in how we make these employers to use our system. It's not easy at all. Korea is the same. So we started in 1998, online website, not many users, 100 times less than today's users, right? And 100 times less job openings registered in the system. So I clearly remember that the launching ceremony, that was a very good chance for us to marketing our new online system in 1999, I remember. It was April like that. So we host like Prime Minister to the ceremony. And then 300 big employers was like 4 times bigger than this room. There were 300 employers, all the medias, including 9 o'clock, primetime news. And then there were ceremonies was going on to increase this popularity. I clearly remember the scenario that I made was like a prime minister became the one-day career counselor, so-called. So today's counselor. And then we put, that was not a technology fully developed, but still we connected with one of the job seeker, was a lady who was searching for the nurse assistant kind of job. Then it was scenario, so and then we put together as a call, movie call. So actually, there are 2 people on the screen and talking together, and then the lady says, "I want to have a job, first one-day career counselor, Prime Minister. Can you find me one for me?" And then Prime Minister kind of searching the WorkNet system, and then, I found a very nice job for you. What do you think about this job? And then she said, "Oh, that looks nice." And then it goes, right? So that will be on the news, 9 o'clock. But the technology was not fully developed at that time. So I made instead of actually running the system, searching for the WorkNet, it's too slow. WorkNet was too slow at the time. So there was a lag, and you cannot send that lag on the primetime news. So that I made a movie clip, and then I was sit beside the Prime Minister, And then Prime Minister thought that I was clicking the WorkNet and actually searching the system, but it was not. It was a movie. I can tell now the truth because he passed away. Okay. So like that, and then we put huge effort to increase our visibility to the general public. Also employers that I was on the 9 o'clock news, I was on the radio, and we made a small marketing teams to strategies, and it takes, and then slowly increase the users, not just in one day, but it took like 20 years to, still we put a lot of money for marketing, promote on TV commercial or Google, PR like that commercials. So you need a lot, huge investment, not only the technology, to be looking attractive, because employers are desperate. I would say they are desperate to find the right talent. Okay, if you give them a right talent, they'll do whatever they could do. So important thing is you have a very good talented people in your system, right? Then they are coming to, just like honey comes to, the bees come to honey, like that. So thing is, you need to promote a lot of yourself to in general. So job fair is kind of, it's not actually they're not meant, really not much result from the fair. However, even though we do a lot of job fair, national job fair like that, because it's one of the way of promotion to the overall employers or job seekers. Okay, we have our national services, so-called WorkNet. Please use us more. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Are there still questions? This is
Hello.
Addressing the hair issue, I guess.
Yes. Hello, good morning.
Good
My
morning.
name is Dr. Malor from Ministry of Youth and Sports. So I would like to dedicate my question to both of the speakers from the Korea as well as from the Japan. So I would like to touch about the employment issues. Yeah, I just want to know, either in Korea or in Japanese, is there any methods or any programs with regards to cover about the gig industry? The gig industry nowadays in Malaysia is very huge, because this gig industry is become to so-called is a challenge for us in Ministry of Youth, because many people are not interested to further their studies. They just want to involve in terms of doing the the grabs and such as same thing with the grabs. So nowadays, as we know that in Malaysia, we have problems. There is many students for the Malaysia. The Malaysian certification of education, more than 10,000 students is not taking the MCE. So it's a very, something is very bad for the futures of our youth generations. So how about in Korea and how about in Japan? How you cover this kind of problem, if any? Because I myself, we are from the training institutions. We are so worried about this kind of challenges in terms of gig generation, especially for the youths. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Who will start this question about the gig economy? We have very little time left, but I think that it's still very important to...
Thank you for nice questions. So in Japan, so first is the aging countries, so range of generation. So especially older generation aren't familiar with digital tools. So it is very so one of so difficult problem to deal with that. And so especially so younger generation, so who are very so familiar with so digital tools. And so in the case of public employment services, so we provide so a range of services for youth, so especially new graduates and younger generation. But recently, so there are a lot of tools online, so internet, so finding a job and taking trainings. So more, so younger generation, so annoyed, so worried about so which information, which tool so is best, so better work. So as a role of public employment services, so we recommend or so we extend right information or preferable so information, so suitable information, so for younger generation and also older generation. So choosing so providing so suitable information so based on public employment service platform is effective. I personally, or so maybe so our ministry so thinks so.
Thank you very much. It's true that we were not talking about the older generation as well. We have questions about it, but I'm afraid that we are simply, it seems to be this really fascinating discussion and we are not able to cover all the topics. So I will just give the floor to Mr. Lee, ask him to be as short as he can
but
be.
actually this is not a kind of short, not shortly answer because COVID-19, in the advent of COVID-19, we have a very huge market of delivery, especially food and shopping. So a lot of young generation is kind of attracted in that industry. So the huge population is working as a delivery workers in a gig industry, so-called. It's also important to having covered by social protection system for those young people in the delivery sectors with the unemployment insurance scheme as well as industrial safety. It's very critical and important. But at the same time, because of these issues, we are shortage. Japan and Korea are also struggling with labor shortage because huge population is working in the delivery sector. So in the manufacturing sectors, in the local, have no young people at all. But it's good news for like aged people. Now the employers are looking at the aged one. 60 years old is okay. We can, as long as they can work, then they are welcome. So we didn't want it, but actually, aged employment is getting much better year by year. At the same time, we are using like a EPS system, employment permit system, and we are having like a huge migrant workers, but mostly simple, unskilled or low-skilled workers targeted. But this year, I found by myself that for the first time, job fair for foreign students in Korea. It was the first time. So there are so many foreign students in Korean university from all over Asia. Now we want them to stay in Korea, filling the gaps in those sectors. So already studied in and the knowledge, they have knowledge about Korea and the new technology. And please don't go back and can you stay in Korea working together? That's kind of it's kind of transitional moment of those labor market strategy from the simple migrant workers to more more educated, skilled migrant workers should be required in Korea. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I'm afraid, even if the discussion seems to be only starting, We are obliged to close. So I think that because I see already a bit the faces, not only the lunch disappearing, but also the boat disappearing. But I think that if we close now, you have the whole opportunity to catch the boat, to have the lunch before, and to discuss more questions around the nice food and inside this beautiful country, inside the nice environment. So thanks so much to my speakers and to our speakers. Actually, Mrs. Minako, no, I should not have got into it. And thank you also very much for your active participation. That was really wonderful to be here with you and to share all this knowledge. Please feel encouraged to continue the discussions. And thank you all. I hope to see you next year. And I pass the floor for final conclusions.
Thank you so much. Give a big round of applause to our moderator of the session and our distinguished speakers for the valuable and thoughtful presentations just now. At this time, we would like to present a token of appreciation. With that, to help us with this, I would like to invite Mr. Abdurrahimid, Director of Development Division of the Ministry of Economy Malaysia, to join us on stage to present the token of appreciation, please. Firstly, to Ms. Minako Takasaki. And secondly, to our second speaker, Dr. Lee Sang-Hyeon, please. May we have all of them to just line up in the middle of the stage for the group photo. Yeah, please. Thank you so much to Mr. Abdurrahim for giving the token of appreciation. All right, thank you so much. And then I would like to invite all speakers, international delegates, participants on the floor to come on stage because we do have a bigger group photos that will be going on very soon. Oh, okay, sorry. We go for the closing remark. I'm so sorry. Later after that. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, please bear with me. As we approach to the end of this remarkable event, it is my pleasure to invite Dr. Lim, WAPES Vice President, to join us on the stage for the closing remarks. Please.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Chae-Wan Lim from the Korea Employment Information Service. Today, I'm standing in for the president of the Korea Employment Information Service, who could not attend. It is my great pleasure to address you at the closing ceremony of the WAPES Asia Pacific Regional Conference as the Vice President country of the Asia Pacific region. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to everyone present here today, especially Yang Berbahagia Dato Sri Khairul Djaimi bin Daud, Secretary General of the Malaysian Ministry of Human Resources. Yang Berbahagia Dato Sri Muhammad Ajman bin Aziz Mohamed, CEO of Perkeso, and Dr. Imane Belmati, President of WAPES. Also, thanks to all the representatives from Japan, Philippines, Cambodia, Azerbaijan, and Turkey as well. I would also like to thank the Perkeso staff and the WAPES Secretariat for their efforts in organizing this event. Your dedication and participation have made this conference truly meaningful. Over the past 2 days, we have engaged in profound discussions on the theme, mitigating future skills gaps, progressing into the digital world of work. We have shared many insights into the impact of digitalization on employment services, as well as the opportunities and challenges it brings. This conference has particularly allowed us to explore how public employment services can respond to the advancement of digitalization, optimize the matching between job seekers and employers, and reduce skills gaps. Additionally, we have discussed ways to enhance employment opportunities for vulnerable groups through digital technology and improve decision-making through the effective use of labor market information. The key lessons we have learned from this conference are as follows. Firstly, recognizing the importance of technology as a key factor in strengthening the competitiveness of individuals, businesses, and nations. Secondly, we have emphasized the importance of digital literacy, ensuring that everyone can effectively use digital tools through education and training. Thirdly, we have reaffirmed the need for an inclusive approach that ensures all groups have equal access to employment services through digital technology. Even after the conclusion of this conference, it is important that we implement the discussions and lessons learned in our respective roles. By collaborating together, all WAPES member countries can create better employment services and an inclusive labor market. Once again, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to everyone who has contributed to this conference. I look forward to continued cooperation and exchange in the future. Have a safe journey home, and I look forward to our next meeting. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Lim, the Vice President of WAPES. I would like to call upon Mrs. Gayatri to be on stage to deliver the token of appreciation to Dr. Lim, the Vice President of WAPES. Please join us again on the stage for the session. The token of appreciation to our very own Vice President of WAPES. Thank you very much once again. All right. this is not the end. I would like to call upon everyone, everyone, including all speakers, delegates, international and local one, to be on stage because we're gonna have few bigger group photos before we end the conference, all right?